Hello and welcome back to Alpha Seduction Systems. I'm Jack McLean, your host, the greatest English PUA in the world. So today we're going to continue on our talks on the Letting Go series, all about letting go of certain things that are going to hold us back on our PUA journeys. So last time, the first time I talked about letting go of toxic relationships and toxic people, how letting go of these things will now help us to free up ourselves and really get onto that positive track. Today I'm going to be talking about letting go of inhibitions. Nice short video, nothing too prolonged and in-depth, but we're going to touch on this subject in our Letting Go series. So inhibitions, this can manifest itself in many different things in a PUA's life, such as being shy, being nervous, lack of confidence, things such as approach anxiety, where we're afraid to perhaps approach women on the street that we like or at the bar, or hold us back from meeting new people and, or getting our points across and really being alpha males. Inhibition is a normal thing that comes with life and how we are socially conditioned. A child is born into this world with literally no inhibition at all. Think about it. You're born naked. You come out your mother's womb and you're naked. You don't care. I mean, you're crying and wailing, but that's just because you've been born into this world. It's a shock. You've been comfortable in the womb, and then you're suddenly out, you're shocked, you're crying. It's not because you're naked. You don't care. A baby walks around naked. He'll go up to people and talk and do his thing or her thing. It's not until they hit the age of sort of 3, 4 that they begin to feel a sense of inhibition, a sense of they'll go through that shy phase where a child will become shy. And this is normal because the way we are brought up, we're taught to be shy, we're taught to hold back. And this in society has its purposes. For thousands of years, when mankind was developing and evolving, we've evolved to have this, because if you were in a tribe, let's say, and you had no inhibitions and you just went up and did what you want and didn't care at all what people think, this would seriously affect you. Somebody could be like, who's that fucking prick, and kill you, take you and burn you because they think you're crazy, or women would no longer marry you and your genetics would be rooted out of the gene pool. So it's important that we have some inhibitions to function as normal members of society. However, it does become a problem in modern society where we begin to develop too much inhibition, too much care of what others think of us, and we look and compare ourselves to others, and this reinforces our inhibition. We might look on Instagram or Facebook and see, oh, he's got really cool clothes, he's getting loads of likes, and my clothes are not as good. So therefore, when we walk down the street, we see that hot girl, but we're in our shitty wearing some shitty Slazenger tracksuit from Sports Direct, £10, and we don't feel that we have the confidence now to approach that girl because we've created this inhibition in our mind, like, oh no, I'm not good enough, or oh no, I need to hold back. So this is totally normal, and this is just one example, okay? But you can get the point. Inhibition is something that as alpha males, as PUAs, we need to expel from our psyche. We need to become one with ourselves and let go of this inhibition. Now, I will be going through exercises that you can do to get rid of this. Okay? You may have seen one, and I'll even put a link to it below this video. And this is the first exercise that you can do, among many others that I will be doing on a regular basis, to reinforce and to really ingrain this into the psyche. And what this exercise is called gallon smashing. Now, some of you saw this video before and you said, well, what's he doing? Gallon smashing. How is letting go? What's he doing? Throwing milk on the ground and slipping and trying to claim compensation or something from insurance? I don't know. No, that's not what it's about at all. This is a true exercise to let go, okay? Because what it is that milk, okay? We're born and we need milk. We suckle on our mother's teat, and that milk is life to us as a baby. So milk has a certain way, a certain thing attached with it in our minds, okay? And the very act of taking those gallons of milk and just throwing them down in front of everyone is the act of letting go completely, saying, I am letting go of my inhibitions, I am letting go of my worries, my troubles, and I am now free. And as you fall to the floor, you are going to feel that feeling of letting go. Believe me, it's so powerful. Walk into Iceland, walk into Sainsbury's, walk into Tesco, take that Cravendale milk, the expensive one at the top shelf, and just throw it to the floor and let go. Believe me, guys, you are going to feel an overwhelming sense of euphoria, of how it feels to truly let go. Okay? So I will be demonstrating more of this in the weeks to come. And I want you at home also to try this technique. You don't have to do it in the shop. Perhaps buy the milk because, okay, technically it's illegal because you're throwing down and you haven't paid for it, whatever. Okay, so some of you may not want to do it to that extreme. So perhaps pay for the milk and walk outside the shop and throw it down in front of everybody. I mean, think of it. You're never gonna see these people again. So what does it matter? Okay, and this leads me on to another point about such as approach anxiety. I will be going more into this, but it's normal to have approach anxiety. It's normal. This again is ingrained in our psychology through evolution. In the ancient day, villages would only have a few people there, okay? There wouldn't be many, maybe 50, 100, 150 people. So your mates, there were not many mates to choose from. So if a man made a fool of himself, did something ridiculous, now every woman in that village is gonna be like, what a prick, we're never sleeping with him, we're never marrying him. Therefore, his genetics would have been rooted out of the gene pool. So it's totally normal to have these anxieties, these feelings of strong inhibition. But in the modern day society, where there's millions of people, you can walk down the street and you'll see people that you'll never see again. So what does it matter? What does inhibition really matter these days? You know, I could approach any girl that I want. I'm never going to see her again. So what if she says, oh, you're a fucking buffoon? What does it matter? Okay, so like I said, I'll be going through a few exercises with you guys. How you can release that inhibition. I want you to think about that. Next time you walk down the street, next time you meet someone, think, how do I feel? How do I feel inhibition? Do I feel that inside? Take note of that feeling. Be conscious of it. And learn to let go of it. But anyway, guys, as always, stay safe out there and stay alpha.